Today we're going to assemble a medium Kuranda bed, aluminum dog bed. And you're going to need a Phillips number 2 screwdriver, some sort of driver, 4 screws, and a 7/16 nut driver. This is what you'll receive in the hardware pack. There's 8 tapered number 2 Phillips bolts, along with 8 7/16 bolts, 8 lock washers, and 4 machine screws which hold the legs into the bottom corners. You have 2 long aluminum rails and 2 short aluminum rails which go onto the fabric. And then you'll come and you'll have 4 bottom corner pieces, 4 top corner pieces, and 4 aluminum legs. The first thing I do when I put a bed together is I slide the aluminum rails onto the fabric. And they can go on either way. There's no up or down, but when you do put your hardware on, you're going to notice that you're going to need to pay attention to the side of the fabric, because there's a side that is the down side which has a seam on it, which you want obviously to be on the bottom of the bed when you're done. And these slide on, and you want to kind of get them so that they're even. It'll make things much easier in the long run. I'm going to slide this on so I have my 4 corners on. The next thing I'm going to do is take the 4 Phillips machine screws and a screwdriver, powered screwdriver, and I'm going to assemble the 4 legs into the bottom brackets. There's a plastic piece in here which you're going to want to line up with the hole that's here, and then I put a screw in and I start it by hand, and then I take the screw gun and I put it in until the screw is flush with the anodized aluminum. And I'm going to do that 4 times. So now that I have my 4 legs assembled, I'm going to take one corner at a time. And in these, there's a little saddle, stop that you're gonna line up with on both sides of these. So I get them started there. I hold it with one hand. I grab a top corner, and then I hold these together and take one of my Phillips screws and I put it down through. I grab a lock washer and a nut, and I put it on, and I just get it so that it's started. So that's gonna hold my corner in place. So now I can take the second screw with a lock washer and a nut and line them up. Put the lock washer on and the nut. And sometimes it's a little difficult to get it started, but it's started now. And I'm going to do this for all 4 corners. Sometimes in the last corner you might need to take the rail and manipulate it, but you can look down through and you're going to need to see a clear path for your bolt to go through. Now that we have our 4 legs on here, we're going to tighten down the Phillips bolt with the nut. And I use a number 2 screwdriver with a powered nut driver. And I just want to tighten it enough to compress the lock washer. Once the lock washer is compressed, that nut will stay on there and you don't have to worry about it backing off. And I'm going to do this for all 8 screws. If you assemble the bed and then you find that it's a little bit crooked, I usually just will set it on the floor. If it teeters a little bit, all you need to do is put a little pressure on it and it's level, and then you have your dog come and get on the bed. Otto. Good boy.